Well, one good thing about being a welder for the last 20 plus years is that I have a road welder, gas-driven welding machine that is also a 10,000 watt generator. Has 240 volt power for 40 amps, and then 120 20 amp. And this is sitting out here in my shed, and I have my plugs made up, the male on this end, female on this end, where it connects to my wall. Here at the wall in the shed, we've got our hookup for the 110, we've got our hookup for the 220, and also I have my quick connect for the welding leads, and green tape indicates that that's the ground. That goes into a conduit that's underground that runs from this shed to the downstairs under my house. Now you probably ask yourself, or asking me, why is there a male plug on this end? Why is it not a female plug? And the answer to that is very simple. If you put a female plug here like a regular wall outlet, then that means you have to use a double male cord from your generator to this. And that is a safety no-no, because if it comes unplugged from this end, you have live prongs sticking out with voltage on them. That's why extension cords have a female end that you plug a device into. They don't have a male end. The male end plugs into the feed. The other end, you want a female on it so that if it comes unplugged, there's no live prong sticking out to electrocute you. So that's why it's wired like that. Now from the corner of the shed, the welding leads, the 220 and the 110 are buried in I think it's 1.5 or 2 inch conduit underground right along the edge of my driveway, and it comes up right here, feeds into the house. Finally, here at the downstairs in my shop, I have the 2 quick connects for the welding lead, the 115 and the 220 right there. Then you plug your cord into that and feed whatever you need. So it's completely hardwired basically from the shed to here. That way I don't have to stretch out extension cords across the yard and worry about that. Worry about them being flooded underwater and all that. And of course, having the quick connects on the welding leads there, my welding machines are right here. I can just hook into these leads right here, and I can actually use my road welder outside to do the welding over here at the shop, especially if I'm doing like heavy equipment. That way I've got the extra amperage and the 100% duty cycle of that road welder, as opposed to the 60% duty cycle of these machines that run off regular power from the house. So there you have it, backup generator 101. A couple of words about generator safety and storms. Yes, you can backfeed into your house's electrical system. You go into your main breaker panel and disconnect it right there after the meter, because if you turn on your generator and you don't do this, then you're backfeeding into the electrical lines out there, and you could kill somebody working on those lines, and then you go to jail for manslaughter. So that's one consideration. Another is if you don't have that disconnected and they power everything back up, it could burn up your generator, even burn up your house. So really, it's not smart to backfeed unless you have a transfer switch. If you try to backfeed, you know, without having a neutral wire and all that run through, you know, it's going to do weird things. It's probably going to fry some of your electronics. It's just not worth it. It's better just to plug straight in off your generator rather than trying to backfeed through your house's electrical system. Because chances are your generator is not going to have enough power to run stuff like your water heater, your AC, that kind of thing, unless you've got a lot of wattage. Another consideration is run it outdoors. Carbon monoxide poisoning. If you're going to run it in a shed, Make sure it's a shed detached from the house like mine. If it's underneath your house or whatever, leave ventilation. That's about it.